Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another lovely video. We're back in the field again. I had a different video planned for this Friday. However, it hasn't happened. It's not going to happen yet. So we're back with a bit of tedding. Now, I have a slight problem with my new tedder, but we'll get onto that in just a minute. The grass is, again, fairly thick, but not that thick. It's bloody dry, I know that much. Probably could have been baled today, but I'm going to ted it out once more just to be sure, because there will still be the odd little bit of green, I would have thought. And then after that we'll bale it tomorrow, which will be a different video again. Thistling my fucking shoe now. Anyway, obviously we're still in this massive drought, no rain forecast at all, nothing for the last 2-3 weeks. Perfect for making hay, but pretty brutal for grass growth. Anyway, my tedder, I think the new tines that I put on it, which are these ones, are different or sit at different angles to the old ones. I don't know where you can see this. So you've got the arm there, that's sort of like that. These ones are more straight down. So what happens is they touch the ground before the other ones. So you have to have it forced in a little bit. I seem to have broken one there as well. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, they seem to touch the ground more than the others, hence why that one's broken. So it's a fine balance of what's too much and what's not enough. So I think really what I need to do is either find the exact same tines as the others, or just replace all of them. I think I'm probably going to go for the latter of two, and just replace the other ones that I hadn't already replaced. But I don't know, who knows? Somewhere out here there must be a tine, so hopefully we don't find it. But there we go, that's all part of the fun. So, like I say, fairly big field, not a massive field, but we'll get this tedded, and then we'll move on to the next job. I've still got bales in that field that I've got to get in. Might get a load of them in later. We'll see. But anyway, I'm going to start tedding, and then I've got the drone with me, which we could get up. But anyway, let's just make a start, see how we get on. Right, we're just on the last, well, the headlands. We've done all the inside. Didn't get any drone footage, to be fair. Just wanted to get on with the job, and you've seen enough tedding for 1 year, I would say. It's quite a repetitive task, really. But like I say, it's pretty dry, to be fair. It's probably good enough to be baled later, but I'm going to bale it tomorrow. I'll probably just ted it out once more tomorrow morning, just to be on the double shore side. And then we can get it all baled tomorrow. Just a good job done. I've got potentially some straw at some point in a couple of weeks. Now, I've never really done straw before. We've used straw before, but never had my own straw, mainly because of the tractor overheating, but obviously now that we've cured that problem, it's not really as big of a problem, so I should be able to travel a bit further afield to go and get stuff, which is nice. Very good, very nice. So I'm not sure what the rest of this video is going to consist of, because obviously it's currently Thursday, and I was meant to film this, but just haven't really. But it's not the end of the world. I'm sure we'll figure something out. Like I said, I've got all those bales over there, which I may get in, or get some of them in after this. I've got the cow barn that I need to muck out, or finish mucking out. I haven't quite finished it yet. I know, lazy. And then at some point I've got to get the cows in, I've got to sort through the sheep. Sold a couple of lambs yesterday, 3 fat lambs. One was 150 one was 38 kilos, made 150 quid. 2 were 38 kilos. No, the 38 kilo one made 150 quid, and then the 2 40 kilo ones made 142. I don't quite understand how that one works, but there we go. And then 10 store lambs at 110 quid each. Lovely. Bloody hell there. I'm not doing too bad, really. But anyway, I'm going to finish this and then we'll have a look at something else. I don't know. Ted is doing a lovely job though. Loving life. Oh yes. It just lambs it. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Right, we are on with a little bit of muck clearing. I was going to do it as a separate video, but to be honest, I've already done half of it, so it wouldn't be a very long video. So I may as well just add it into this. It's going to be a bit of a mix and match sort of video, really, but there we go. That happens to the best of us. So I'm going to just take the pallet tines off the macro, put the muck grab back on. There's not loads left in there, to be fair, but just trying to do a bit as and when I get a bit of time. Just because at the moment I haven't got a whole day to waste cleaning out the barn, so that's what I've been doing. But we're going to tip it down the field, in that field where the bales are, because obviously now I've got the muck spreader, which is going to come out of action fairly soon. I'm going to use it before I've done the work. I'm going to do the work this winter, but obviously I've got a load of muck to spread, so we're going to get this out. I'll show you where it's going to go once we get the first load loaded up. Right, I've got myself a muck grab, so we'll just get the first load loaded up. Like I say, it's one of those jobs, it's a bit difficult to do with my son, because there's no seat in the telehandler and he's not exactly of the age where you can just tell him to sit in the tractor and wait for me, because he doesn't quite understand that bit yet, yet being the key word. So it's one of those jobs that's better off being done in the evening like it is now. But like I say, there's not, I'll show you better in a minute, but there's not a great deal. I've done most of it, or most of the bigger section, and then it's just the other end, but the other end's not as bad. But the plan is to get this cleared out so I can get the cows in, sort through a couple of them. I've got to cut the calves to tag and ring, and then I've got 4 heifers that I need to get in that are due to calve in the next sort of month and a half. I want to get them in just so I can keep an eye on them, and they don't have too much grass. Not that there's loads of that about either. Right, let's get this loaded, and then we'll show you where I'm dumping it. Right, we're on our way down to where I'm tipping the muck. Just wanted to show you just how little grass there is. I don't know how many of you are sort of from down south or what it's like up country anywhere, but down here it's just diabolical. There's been literally no rain in probably 3 weeks now, getting close to 3 weeks, and even before that there wasn't much rain at all really. So it's become rather bracken. We've had many small contained wildfires, I would say, but nevertheless still wildfires, which is unusual, but there we go. That's apparently climate change and my cows that are farting too much, but who knows. But obviously that does mean that second cut there hasn't been really any growth at all. I will show you that on our way through. But since then it just has not rained, literally nothing. So, and there's still nothing due in the next week or so on the forecast, so we'll see. This is some of the next door neighbours, which we bowed a while ago, but again, no regrowth, just brown. But it is what it is, isn't it? We can't change the weather, and us farmers like to complain about the weather a lot. So anyway, I'll show you the second cut when we go through there, and then where we're tipping this muck. Right, this is one field of second cut, which you can see is just not really doing all that well. I'll show you the best bit of second cut in just a second, but I mean it's growing, but not quite at the pace that it should. But there we go. I'll show you this other bit in just a second. Let's get out and have a look. Right, this is the better bit of second cut, or the best bit of second cut we have. It's not a massive field. It's actually probably about 2.5 acres, but it does seem to grow the best, as you can see there. There's a good 6-7 inches of regrowth, but it's very thin. But the problem is that the ground is just mega dry, like too dry. It's just literally, there's zero moisture in any of it. So it's not doing quite as good as it should. But it's nice grass, to be fair. This bit always grows nice. I don't know why. And that field over there grows nice. And that one over there actually is growing quite well. But you can see it's a bit patchy. You can actually see that quite well, actually. Never know how good the camera picks stuff up. But then the further you kind of get into the field, the better it sort of does become. And there are patches that are pretty good. But obviously, it's not looking too hopeful for a great second cut. But even if it only yields 5 bales, that's still 5 days worth of food for the cows, or there or thereabouts, maybe 4 days, we'll see. But yeah, so every little does help, but it has just been way too dry in my opinion. I don't know if I can show you that field. You might not be able to see it, because the sun's in the way. That's another second cut field. But again, only if it actually rains. I've still got a field just over there. I know you won't be able to see it, but a fairly big field over there that is also not actually mown yet. I was gonna hay it on the basis that there would be quite a bit of second cut. Obviously, the second cut hasn't materialised really. And I was going to wrap all of my second cut, just because it's more leaf. Yes, there's slightly less sugars than that in it being second cut, but more leaf. However, due to the lack of rainfall, I'm probably going to wrap most of that, so that I know for sure I've got enough wrapped hay, wrapped haylage for the cows and that. And then any second cut we get will just be wrapped as well, probably. Like I say, I probably won't wrap all of that, probably 50 bales out of that field I'll wrap, and then just hay the rest. I've still got these ones out in this field you've seen earlier. Again, rackingly dry. But the plan is, there's a muck pile in the corner here, tip this all muck there, and then in a couple of weeks / months, depending on weathers, we might spread some muck. I'm hoping at some point we're going to get some mass thunderstorms, and one, it'll make some stuff grow, and also I can get a bit of muck on the field, give it a bit of encouragement. We'll see. Running out of grazing ground, because obviously nothing's regrowing very well. Oh well, let's tip this load.
I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down, right? But no matter where I go, you'll never let me down, right? I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down, right? Yeah, but no matter where I go, you'll never let me down, right? How I feel being the one that's tapped into the plug, right? I ain't talking to you in street code. I'm just talking to you like heroes. Standing so tall, I don't see foes. Under pressure, this really free throws. Meaning the easiest shots, the hardest to take. When you got thoughts on your brain that try to tell you you can't. But I know I can, this is not my plan. I really see God's hands like, be patient, slow motion is motion. Don't be anxious, God got it, we coasting. If you don't tell me to move, then I'm posty. Hold our head to the sky, we not hopeless.
Yes, before you say it, the hydraulics are slow on this tractor, I am aware. Right, let's go and get another load. We'll time-lapse me loading that one up, and then we shall tip that as well.
I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down, right? Yeah, but no matter where I go, you'll never let me down, right? That's why I'm confident. That's why I can't forget. I would go to sleep on my brother's couch dreaming about this, working day and night with everything to make it exist. Fast forward, I've been made it, but I'm still here stressing, thinking, God, I know you here, but did you run out of blessings? Hey, the stakes is high like they lie. Hey, I sometimes forget that it's not I that holds the world on its axis. Faith is a practice. That mean the wins and the losses create balance. Be patient, slow motion is motion. Don't be anxious, God got it, we coasting. If you don't tell me to move, then I'm posty. Hold our head to the sky, we not hopeless.
Oh, what a lovely quick time lapse. So that's pretty much that side empty. When I come back, I've got a little bit left to go in there. Get the bucket on, I'll have a good scrape about, and then we'll see how we're getting on. But that's pretty much that big bit done. Right, that's as far as I'm going to get tonight. And also will be the end of the video. It's extremely dark. You probably can't see me that well. Because it's Friday tomorrow, and this has got to go out. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.
Doesn't really matter what we do. Don't let the moment pass us by. Just trust that the universe is right.